I'm so excited today to share my tricks and solutions with you on the first movement of Beethoven's Tempest Sonata. I've taught and performed this piece for decades, and after seeing most of my students struggle with the same areas, I decided to work on some creative solutions. So get out your music and a pencil and mark what I'm teaching. You'll learn how to smooth out notoriously difficult passages and play them fast and even. The Beethoven sonatas are packed with intricate details, so it's especially important to practice this piece with a good edition. I hope you'll grab my free PDF in the description that lists my favorite editions of classical piano music, including the Beethoven sonatas. Some students I have found cannot play the tremolo in the left hand. Their left hand, and all of us have the same problem, left hand is just not as good as the right hand. In some cases, it's really not as good as the right hand. It may be your problem. If it is, there's a little solution that you can take on this. That is to play that with your left hand and cross over. Cross over. Now, one of the reasons why it's somewhat incorrect is because the D needs to be held. When you're doing this, you're not holding it down with your thumb. You're letting go of it. And here, you have to let go of the pedal so this doesn't get too messy, which means we're letting go of the D early. You can see the D is held all the way through for 3 measures. So for that reason, if you can do it, the better way to play this is to play it with the left hand. Like that. So you're going to come up and play it with 5 and 3. Okay, now I want to talk about that chord. I have an option for anyone that struggles getting that chord down. People with big hands seem to manage it a little easier than people like me with smaller hands. One of the things that I teach that is different here is I go and then I take these with the left hand and play that with the 5th finger. Now, why do I do that? Well, if my hand is here, I'm able to get into this chord much easier than if I'm doing this and have to get my hand up into that position. So that way I'm sure to get that note. I have every single note in that chord, and I can do it with strength. If you're enjoying this video, click the like button and subscribe for more piano lessons on famous classical pieces. Thanks for helping our channel grow. Let's go to this part that I said there's a reason why. Well, there's a reason why I do this. The 4-2, 4-3 to 2 is because I'm going to take this D sharp with my right hand thumb. This saves you at this point. This is one of the greatest things that I've ever come up with for helping students to navigate this part. Because why it's so hard is you're coming out of here and you have to get up here with your 2nd finger. I see students miss that almost always. So I came up with this idea, why not do right hand on that D sharp, which is the way I suggest it. So you're going to play this. Now put your thumb on that D sharp. Now watch how this works. It's just so smooth, and you really don't have the problems with this part if you use that fingering. Notice how smoothly I went from there, and I just used my thumb on that one D sharp, and it made all the difference. I have another really great idea of how to play this. If you end up here and you try to do this, it's so hard because your left is here, you're here, then you have to be here. 3 places almost at once is very difficult. If you try it my way, you're gonna love it. What I do is I go cross over. Now, the right doesn't do any more tremolo, so it has the freedom to do this. You play the B with your left, the first 3 notes with your right. Then your left comes and finishes it, so that you can play that with your right hand. And I'm able to navigate it just fine. So practice doing that, and you'll be able to do it. Now I would take the right hand on those notes. Now I would take the left hand on the first 3 notes of these 16ths, and the right hand on the other 3. So 3, then right hand, left, and do the rest with the right. So right, left, left. Now on the next one, I hope you'll go deeper with me in my full course on this piece. It includes a PDF of my favorite edition with my fingering and pedaling suggestions. You'll learn the secrets I teach my students to master this piece, including practice and pedal techniques and important hand and arm positioning. You'll learn how to master the 2-note slurs and tricky left-hand passages. We'll also talk about good fingering and how to make the piece mystical and dramatic. The link for the course is in the description and at BrillantePianoDuo.com. I hope to see you there.